Good morning, buff babes and bros, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Juliarene, and I'm an IFBB Wellness Pro, and I want to welcome you to my show day video. So it's about 9:30 last night in the last video that you guys saw. Ian and I got in so late, so we slept in really late this morning to kind of catch up on our sleep, and I feel really good. So I'm going to do my weigh-in with my coach, and I'm going to do my check-in because he's going to have me doing these like very consistently. So let's do it.
2.
Oh, 137.2. That's the lightest that we have been on this prep. Wow, that's the lightest that I've been. I wasn't even that light last time, actually. Okay, now I want to see where I could set up my phone. So there would be the best, probably right here. The hammies are good. I just need these to be sharper. Can you see them in the camera?
Yeah.
You see this little teardrop? 137.2. That's the lightest that we have been on this prep so far. Okay, so I sent my check-ins to my coach. I sent him my weight and I sent him my photos, and he says that everything is looking good and go on today's meal plan as planned. Don't change anything. And then I need to send him a photo an hour after meal 5 this evening, so you guys will see that. And he says it's simply just to evaluate how my body's responding to the carbs and to the water. So for today's water, it's going to be the same that it has been for the past couple of videos. Basically it's 2 gallons. And then tomorrow we're gonna start cutting the water at a certain meal. So now we're going to make my first carb up meal. So I made the mistake of going against something that I don't do, and I don't look at what anyone's saying about my body, what anybody thinks that I should look like. And right before I got on the flight, I did, and I looked at the Wellness Observer, and he was saying, looking at my body, and he put me in a really negative headspace that my body wasn't going to be as good as I thought it was going to be, because I was really confident about it. And I just looked, and he posted about me again. He's like, she looks the best that I've ever seen her look now, because he's actually seen like what my body actually looks like. So yeah, I feel a lot better. It's just that I never do that thing because it puts me in that space. I don't look at what anyone else is doing. I don't compare myself to anyone else's body, because it doesn't matter. As long as I do the best that I can when I step on stage, that's what bodybuilding's about. It's not about winning. It's about knowing that when your feet hit the floor, that you gave it all you can, and that's all that matters. So I won't do that again. This girl on Instagram tagged me. She's watching my YouTube videos right now, and she says, your picture is going up after. Right now she has Urishna up on the wall, who's top 5 at Olympia, and she's saying that she's going to replace her with a picture of me. That's so nice. We're on our way to Powerhouse Gym. This is the last workout of this prep that we're going to do. We're going to be doing like a full body pump. And yeah, probably some posing. Did I bring my posing shoes? I didn't bring my posing shoes.
Get 'em.
Ah!
Somebody messed up.
How do we get there? I think it's that next one. Yeah.
Somebody drive crazy.
I should live here.
You should.
It seems like the common theme. Drive crazy. This is gonna be interesting. Okay guys, so we're at Powerhouse Gym in San Juan, Puerto Rico, and Ian and I found this amazing gym, and there's nobody up here. It's just on the roof, and it's a bunch of old equipment. So basically today's workout is just a really quick pump. So I'm gonna pump up like my shoulders, my back, my glutes, basically just everything, not too heavy weight, really just to get the, I guess, blood to the muscles, and then that's really going to be it. Up on my face. So I told you guys in like the past couple of videos that my face has been like looking like sandpaper. When I have bad allergies, it does that, and it's just, I feel like it's getting worse. Ian says it's not, but it's like making my face look all swollen, and it's like, it's the most important thing is like it's actually uncomfortable. Like it doesn't just look bad, but it's uncomfortable. Anywho, not the most important thing, but we're gonna go home and we're getting ready to have a meal. We gotta go shower because I'm all sweaty from that. And we're going to the athlete meeting, which is where basically they check my weight and they just like brief us on how everything's gonna go. So I'll see you at home.
I can tell by the look in your eyes. Don't wanna play it, do I give it straight from the heart. Oh, how I love to be around you. We got something better than the others.
2 o'clock, it doesn't say where though. Okay.
What you doing?
Someone sent me a message on Instagram and was like, if you're competing in the show, you need to go to this burger place. And if you guys have, watched me compete before, you know that that's always the meal that I get. So she just made my life so much easier. Okay guys, we're ready. We got our athlete badge and we are number 108, Puerto Rico Pro. It's really setting in. This is happening. We're doing it! Okay guys, we're eating meal number 4. I have 4 rice cakes. 2 of them have, well, split between the 2, there's 15 grams of honey on them, which I can't wait. 20 grams of raw almonds, 85 grams of lean protein, which is a fish, and then I think 115 grams of white rice. This is meal number 4, and then I'll catch up with you after the next meal because we're gonna do the next meal, and then that's when Coach wants to see some photos to see how it works. And again, we're gonna take 2 of the Ravenous for digestion and 2 of the GDA so that we use the carbohydrates accordingly. And also, I think we're on our 3rd, this is our 3rd bottle. So I have to finish this one and then 1 more, and then that's all the water for tonight. Okay guys, so it's about an hour after my meal 5 and Coach wants me to do my weight to see how the carbs reacted to my body, and we're gonna do some check-ins, so let's see. 140.6, this morning fasted, we were 137. And now we're gonna take some photos. Hopefully this is enough lighting. gonna send him to coach and see what he says. I don't think he's probably gonna change anything. I think he just wants to look at it. So then I'll let you guys know in a little bit what he says. Good morning, guys. It is Saturday morning and we are a day out officially from the show. So Ian and I woke up at 5 a.m. so that we can go get some drone shots this morning. And I slept, according to my Whoop, a total of 3 hours because I went to bed super early, but I just laid awake all night. I don't know why. But I still have a lot of energy right now. So I really need to make sure that my sleep is back on track because it was the day previous and now it's terrible again. And I need to have a really good night's sleep tonight. So I'll show you guys like what I'll be taking tonight before that. But I have my plan right here. Today, our water is going to be the same as it has been up until meal 4. So basically I'm gonna have 2 of these. And then at meal 4, it's going to be cut down to controlled amounts, which I have on here. Previous days, I've been having 4 of these, which is 2 gallons. So we're cutting it to 1 gallon instead. And then my first 3 meals are actually low carb. Yesterday, we kind of had higher carbs going into like the evening, and now we're having lower carbs going into higher carbs in the evening. Or lower carbs in the morning and higher carbs in the evening. So I'm going to do my photos. I have to send him photos like 3 or 4 times today because today is really crucial through how I peak tomorrow morning for the show. Tomorrow morning's show. I just realized that. Like, what? So yeah, lean meals for the first 3, photos and weight, and then we have carbing up meals for meal 4, 5, and 6. Meal 6, I might be having some vodka, so that's gonna be interesting. So we're gonna do our check-ins for coach right now. I did wake up 1:38 this morning. And yesterday I was 137.2, and I know that it has to do with waking up way too early and not getting enough sleep. Like literally, if you don't get enough sleep and you wake up too early, like your body's not fasted long enough, you're going to weigh more. It's just what happens. Okay, so I'm gonna set up my phone again. Y'all be able to see how my body is looking. And then we're going to, literally today's like the start of drying out. Get away, bug! Okay. Guys, I'm tired. Now I'm tired because we woke up so early this morning. So I've just been like chilling for the past couple hours to try and at least sleep a little bit, but not too much so that I don't sleep well tonight. It's a balance. So I had my meal 2 about an hour ago, and coach wants check-in photos an hour after meal number 2. So that's right now. Both of them were low carb meals. Relatively, they looked exactly the same. They're like veggies and fish. I'm still on my first liter of water, and I have to finish my second one before meal 4. So I'm gonna do a check-in, and then we'll see what he says. I don't know if I'm looking any different. Honestly,
Your obliques are.
They are? So if you guys can see the little teardrop here where it points, like this is the glute, you can see like when I'm moving it that it has a little cup here. So in the back pose, we want this whole teardrop to show, and that, so I think it'll show more when we dry out. I just can't see it in the photos, but wow, look at this. Whoa. Sheesh. It's like I've never like had this little skin attached to my body, and we're just starting to dry out. So it's gonna be crazy the next couple hours. So I'll check in with you soonish and see what coach says, and then if we change anything, I'll let you know. Wow, 138.2. I've had 2 meals and my weight hasn't gone up. I had 2 meals and water. That's pretty good. That's crazy. My weight's the same. Okay guys, coach answered back, so now we're moving on to meal number 3, and I'm gonna do 100 grams of beef and basically 100 grams of asparagus, because that's what I have, and then 1 to 2 of the ravenous that we've been taking to help with digestion. So I need to continue my water normally up till 10 minutes before meal 4, and then 10 minutes before meal 4, I'll start eating meal 4, and that's where we're gonna actually have some carbs in. We're gonna have 85 grams of lean protein and 90 grams of jasmine rice. So 3 low carb meals, 4th meal is gonna be the high carb, and then I have to do photos again, and he's gonna determine how much water we're gonna take in from that. So I'm gonna start working on the 2nd one of this because I need to finish it 10 minutes before meal 4. And he also says for me to keep track of how much that I'm peeing, which is a lot. I just pee a lot, so we're gonna make meal number 3. No matter how many times you shave your mustache, it just keeps growing back. And my eyebrows. We are on our way to Wally Martinez for the 3rd time because we need to get some black pillowcases so that I don't stain their beds, because I have sheets that I brought from home to cover it, but my head is going to be resting on the white pillows and the tan is going to be on the back of my neck, so I'm probably going to sweat in the middle of the night because the tan makes you sweat. It's going to get all over their bed. So black, what are they called again? Pillowcases, more water. There's a 3rd thing. I'll remember when we get there. Little steps, 2 of them. Now blanket.
Okay.
Got a blanket because after my tan, I gotta sleep nakes so that I don't ruin it with any clothing, and I need a bigger blanket for that. Got it. We got 4 more gallons of water for the rest of the days that we're here, and we got a tripod so that we can set it up and hopefully go live off my Instagram so that you guys can watch the show, because I don't think they're doing a live. I do that every time. Like on this prep, last prep I was eating so much sweet potatoes because it was in my biome and I was allowed to eat it, and my gut was responding very well to it. And then this time on my biome, it's like, nah, sweet potatoes are minimized because your gut bacteria changes based off of what you're eating most frequently, so it'll adapt, like just like our bodies adapt really quickly to the exercises that we're doing and the calorie intake that we're having, and that's why you need to constantly like adjust to make sure that you're, you know, consistent with like losing weight. So this time, like, I haven't really been having any sweet potatoes at all. My carb source has been only oats, which wasn't the case last time. And people remember my last Road to Pro series that almost every other day I was going to the store to get the Japanese sweet potatoes. Do you remember that, Ian?
I started eating them because of
They're
you.
so good, and I hope that I can eat them again. That I'll do another biome test and see, because I love those. I miss them. They're literally like sweet potatoes on prep. It's like candy. Oh, it's so good. Okay, guys, I'm actually going to color my hair in this hotel. So my extensions, since they're brand new, they're like super shiny and like almost like prettier than my natural hair just because it's new. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix my color up and I'm gonna put it on basically all the areas where the extensions aren't. And then we're gonna let it sit for about 30 minutes and then rinse it out. Shower, blow dry my hair, and then we'll start doing the prep for the tan tonight. Okay guys, we're on to meal number 4. Finished my water for today, the majority of the water, which was a gallon, and now it's just going to be in like little tiny controlled amounts. I'm having 90 grams of white rice. Okay, we're gonna eat this, and then I have to send him photos an hour after this settles, because most likely what's going to happen is my body's going to start filling out because I haven't had any carbs. So we'll check in about an hour. Okay guys, I'm going to rinse out my hair color. We're going to get blow drying my hair so that it's prepped and ready for tomorrow. And it'll get my hair a chance to get a little bit of dirt in it, because like freshly clean hair just kind of lays flat. So when I'm in the shower, I'm going to prep for my tan. So I have exfoliating, basically scrubber. So I'm gonna do body wash, then shave, and then do the exfoliator last, because the shaver and the body wash actually leave like a residue that's like soft on your skin, and when you tan, you want to be almost like as dry as possible. And I literally have to shave everywhere, like my belly button, like every tiny place, so that the hair doesn't get in the way of the tan attaching to my skin. So I'm using the Pro Tan Get Buffed. This is what most of the competitors use. So we're gonna do that and then blow dry my hair. Okay guys, it is about 5:15 and I'm eating meal number 5, so second to last meal. Coach wants me to have 70 grams of lean protein, so I'm having my chicken instead of my fish, just to kind of switch things up. Woo, we getting crazy. And then I'm gonna have 14 grams of almonds, 12 or 11, 13. Okay, so I'm gonna have that, the almonds, and then I'm gonna have 2 of these rice cakes. And along with it, I love eating the rice cakes. They're so much fun. Along with it, again, like clockwork, 2 GDA for first form, 2 of the Ravenous for digestion. Oh, that's a lot. 2 shots of vodka. And then we're gonna eat all this, and then an hour before we go to tan, or in an hour actually, we're going to do check-ins, and then we're gonna go for our tan. Whoa, looking harder, drying out. What?
Did you go up, big time?
137.6.
You went down.
Down. We were at 140.8 the last time we checked in. It's like sometimes when you're like low calorie and then you spike it with carbs, it has the like opposite effect. You lose weight. That's a really good sign. Really, really, really good sign. That's like 0.4 pounds away from what I was this morning fasted. That's freaking crazy. Okay, so we just sent the check-ins based off of meal 5, the one we had about an hour ago, and we're gonna just wait for Coach to give me directions on what to do next. And then as soon as he does, and we know, because I think I have to take some supplements, we will go to our tan. Yeah, for the rest of the night. 8 ounces of water. Going from 2 gallons to 1 gallon to 16 ounces to 8 ounces. So we're getting ready to go and do the tan. I'm going to take the suit off, and I'm basically gonna go do the tan commando because I can't wear any deodorant, any lotion, no perfume, no underwear, so that it doesn't ruin the tan. So that's probably the grossest thing about competing, is that I'm not gonna put deodorant until tomorrow after the show. So like we look all glamorous and like nice on stage, but like we smell terribly, because if you put deodorant, it creates like a barrier, and then when you raise your hand on stage, there'll be like a white patch. Same thing if you spray perfume, it can leave marks. Even some competitors, like peeing is hard. Some competitors will pee in like a funnel so that they don't get pee down their leg. That happened to me one time. This is TMI, but like this is really like what, I just realized I'm wearing this as a scarf. This is really what bodybuilding is. Like there was one time on my first show where I went to the bathroom and I put paper down, because what I do is I put toilet paper down in the this is so weird, the toilet first so that it doesn't spray up at you, but I accidentally put paper towels, which is a lot harder, so it sprayed up at me, and then all this, it just had like a line going right down, just makes your tan look bad. So I'm gonna put this on, wait for coach, and then we'll go. Hey guys, I'm just trying to relax in between meals because I'm getting so hungry, and just sitting here and waiting to eat my meals is frustrating. I'm just like ready for the show tomorrow. I'm just excited, like I want it to be here already, but then again I don't want to rush any of the process because I love the process so much. So I'm just gonna kind of like lay down, try and take a nap before I have to eat at about 5:15. It's about 3:45 right now, and my next meal's at 5:15, and I'm just like waiting for it because I'm excited for it. But everything's looking good. My body's starting to harden up and look more full and not as flat, and we cut the water. Now it's just really small increments whenever coach says. But yeah, I'm just excited. I'm like, I can't wait to go to bed so I could just wake up and do the show day, because the show day is just, it's so fun. Okay, so coach got back to me. He says, let's effing go, meaning that my body looked really good. So I'm excited. So we have some magnesium here. I'm gonna use Ian's because Ian
Premium.
says it's premium and it works really good. So we're basically starting to like wind down for the evening. It's about 6:15, it's about 6:25 right now. So I'm planning to go to bed like hella early so that I can catch up on the sleep that I've missed last night. So we got 2 scoops of magnesium. I get 10 ounces of water for the rest of the evening. And then with this magnesium, I'm gonna kind of just like sip on it and kind of savor it because I won't have water for a while. I'm gonna take 2 of the Ravenous. Guys, I mean, you guys wanted every little detail about what I'm doing, and this is literally every detail of what I'm doing, even if it's the same thing over and over.
I need to catch you sleeping. I need to like film you actually sleeping.
Right? Nap,
So
wake up.
everyone knows how many naps you're taking too.
I've taken so many naps, like just to keep my mind off of it.
Yeah.
And then I need to take 4 of the ashwagandha root. Yep.
Yeah, you're taking stuff for stress big time, aren't you?
Yep. That's 5, 4. Cool. All the things. Bottoms up.
Cheers.
That's it. So good.
You're exposed so well.
We're only 4 minutes away. We're just always like super early to everything. So we got nothing better to do than compete.
You look majestic in front of that fan when you did that, and the sun glaring behind your hair.
Wow, wow, wow. Is that the sexy music? That's what it is. That's
Be sitting alone. I don't care what road you choose. Don't wanna go back to who I was before. And I know that you might not right. I can tell by the look in your eyes. Don't wanna play it.
Okay guys, we just finished our first
tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. they start the second coats of tan, so I'm gonna try and get here at 6 a.m. exactly, so I could be one of the first people to get my tan on. Since I'm doing my own makeup, I wanna like get home as soon as I can. This is what we're looking like so far. First layer of tan. I feel really sticky and like I have to walk like this. So what I'm gonna do is use this empty energy drink bottle to measure out 1.5 ounces of vodka. And then drink it. It's gonna make me throw up for sure. I don't wanna. Being an adult's so dumb. Why do people drink? Okay.